Hey y'all, so today we're going to be checking out Jardin d'Elise. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Shy in Second Life, and on this channel we check out aesthetically pleasing places in the virtual world of Second Life, and I also sporadically do lifestyle vlogs. So if you're interested in content like this, go ahead and subscribe. So y'all, when I panned out, I couldn't see much. The sky is pretty foggy, but I do like that. I feel like that's when you know they're going to have lots of nice little secrets spread out. So super excited to look at this land. There are some people on this land which I thoroughly am happy about. So if you guys have noticed, the April Diamond schedule is vastly different from last year. Y'all, when I tell you I really had to put the channel first, love y'all to pieces, and y'all a large part of y'all, not a large part, y'all the complete part. You know, I did a little something too. So y'all a large part of the channel blossoming to where it is now. However, I do want the channel to continue to grow and be able to reach more people. But when I tell y'all, YouTube does not like when I post close together. They like my videos spaced out, apparently. You know, I do feel like when you watch a lot of self-help YouTube videos and things like that, they'll tell you like post every day, post every other day, post 3 times a week and stuff like that. But I do feel like it depends on your content. Sometimes your content can be better received if the days are spaced out. And I just really feel like, I don't know if it's where the space that I'm in with my YouTube channel or the content that I post, but I really do feel like YouTube, they like, listen, space your stuff out some. Now, side note, it looks like this lady's over here taking a picture. Now, although this is a beautiful place to take a picture, this is the area where everybody TPs into. So I really hope that the picture that she's taking, she ain't had to take it over like 55 times because people keep coming to the land. This is beautiful. Oh, she finna eat down. She finna eat down with this picture. Look how pretty this is. I know that's right, legs. So yeah, so I've been going back and forth with just different ways to see like what time frame works best for posting, and I'm noticing that just it's almost like the farther out that it's spaced out, the better it does. But I don't want to, like, I want to post more than once a week, definitely. But it just seems like when I do, things just don't, the videos are not pushed out as much as I would like for them to be. Now, of course, we're continuously growing, so there are going to be some videos that do better than others. But I noticed that when I was posting like every other day, the views were way lower than what I was used to. Now, compared to a lot of other channels, yeah, but you know what? We don't do a lot of comparing around here. I'm comparing myself to how I was last year and the year before, and when I tell you, coming from a place in a space where I was doing videos and getting 8 views, 9 views, happy for them views, because it's better than 0. But coming from that place to the space that I'm in right now, I'm very, very thankful for the growth. And I do feel like a lot of times when people have YouTube channels, you know, I feel like everybody wants that quick growth, but I feel like things come to you the way that they're supposed to come to you and the timing that they're supposed to come to you. This is beautiful. Now, normally when I see these, they always have vegetables in them. This is my first time where I'm actually seeing flowers in them, and they're beautiful. It's like a tulip garden. When I tell y'all, I'm really contemplating having like a little whimsical land. I don't think I've ever done a whimsical land. I don't think I've ever done a whimsical land. When I tell you, every time the more and more I'm coming across these lands, every time I see one, I'm like, you know what? Maybe. I do have a lot of whimsical items. I was about to say I don't. I do have a lot of whimsical items. There are items that I got from like gotcha markets and things like that. And so I was just like, what am I going to use this for? That's back when when I was buying stuff that was just pretty. I didn't really have a place for it. We've seen this typewriter on quite a few lands, particularly the lands that are more like cottage core, fairy, floral type lands that we're seeing this typewriter on. So I'm just really excited about that. I say, you know what, maybe. Yeah, so I was on here trying to change my look around, because y'all know I like to do my little one twos when it comes to my avatar. You know, I do like for her to look different, because everybody on Second Life is gorgeous. Everybody on Second Life is gorgeous, and although there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, I do like the that I have the ability to not be gorgeous, you know, that I do have the ability to kind of stand out when it comes to my looks and look different, you know. And so I was working on it, y'all, and it's so easy when you're trying to look different in Second Life, or the way that I was doing it. It's very easy to go from like looking different to looking creepy or demonic almost. And I'm like, that ain't the look I'm going for. You know, we're not trying to give Halloween, but it's so easy to it doesn't take much to get to that space, especially if you have no clue as to what direction you need to be going in. And so I had to just change it back. I said, you know what, no, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dial it back. We're gonna dial it back, and we're gonna start back from the drawing board, because that's what we're not gonna do. That's what we're not gonna do. So I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe we're gonna leave her alone for a little bit until I see some add-ons for the avatar that comes out that I actually like a little bit better. Now I have been thinking about changing my. I want it to be like a different color, like a blue or like a green or something like that. But I haven't found a lot of skins like that I actually have liked. I don't know, it's something about being in Second Life and having the option to look like a non-human that for me is very appealing. Like having human-like features, but still just you can look at me and tell, like, okay, well, she's not trying to be somebody that's looking like they're from Earth, you know. And I think I know that I find that very, very appealing. I like the artwork in here. You know what? At first when I got here, I felt some type of way about the shared environment because it has more red tones to it. But I actually like the red tones, especially with how they've decorated the land. They've definitely decorated the land with pieces and items that colors really, really enhance the richness of the red tarot. It really works well with the redder hues here. So I do like that. So like the orange looks extra orange instead of just like, you know, the regular orange, I guess you would say, or I guess I would say. And so I really do like that. They really did a great job with picking out colors that were going to accent, that's the word I'm looking for, they were going to accent the redder tones in the land. Now they do have different shades and things like that. So like if you can see it, when it comes to the houses and me, it picks up like a redder tone. But if you look, it has like the blues and then a little bit like almost like a peachy red type tone. So I do like that they got a lot of different tones up in here, and so the colors are looking different for me. And so that I really was not expecting that. I just really thought that everything was gonna kind of be red, like regardless of what you were looking at, everything was gonna be red. But it actually adds like a really nice richness, and I really do like that. So I do get like a really nice, like, it is giving like a fairy tale type land, very romantic feel to it indeed. I do like that. When I panned out, the land did look fairly large. I think it's like about a Sam. It did look large. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely looked large, but things are spaced out well. And one thing about when things are spaced out well, it does give you the feeling of having a bit more privacy than if everything was close together and it was just like the people that are on the land. It kind of feels like everybody's like bunched up. So I'm not getting that feeling here at all. I really like how they did the paths, where they didn't go with the cobblestone, but it's almost, it has like these wood tree, what do you call these? The stumps. That's what it looks like. And then they have like a little bit of bricks, but the base for the land is a very like grassy knoll type vibe, and I do like that. It adds to like the whimsical fairy type feel of the land, and I really do like that. I love a good weeping willow. Now weeping willows, they're gonna go either way. Depending on the lighting, that's gonna be how the weeping willows come across. So like if this was like a darker land, the weeping willows will have more of like an eerie vibe to them. But because it has a very nice springtime theme here, and the coloring, I love. Look at this. Oh, look at this. I love this cup. Look at the accents on the inside. I love it. But because the land has a nice like springtime color to it, the weeping willows, they don't have a creepy feel to it. Now we've gone to lands in the past where the lands were darker, and so the weeping willows did have a bit of like an eerie cemetery spooky type vibe to it. So I really like that. Depending on the lighting, that's going to dictate the feel for the weeping willows or the emotion that you'll get from seeing the weeping willows. I really do like that. You know what? I know that Second Life has evolved quite a bit, but I do think that items like this, although this is absolutely beautiful, I know depending on the time that somebody purchased this, there was a time where birds and things were not animated, so they kind of like float in the sky. Now when you've been on Second Life for a while, you can appreciate that because you know that that's just how things are, and a lot of moving parts in Second Life will make for a great amount of lag, and we don't like lag. We like to be able to move swiftly and smoothly in Second Life, but I feel like as Second Life evolves and as time evolves and as technology evolves and programs evolve and things like that, I feel like it should be a way where they can incorporate animated items like birds, where it's not going to make you lag, or it's not going to make the land laggy, and it's not going to make things red slowly. I love this art, and everything can still be nice, cohesive, and work smoothly. But I feel like because I've known like the evolution of Second Life, I love this art, how they kind of just have like they're repainting like a realism type painting like of a picture, because I know like how Second Life has advanced throughout the times. I just feel like that's probably something that's going to be coming along, but it has to be enough people that have an issue with it for them to actually put some pep in their step, you know what I'm saying, for them to actually do what they need to do. Because there was a time where the Firestorm viewer was not anywhere near comparable to Black Dragon, and with that last big update, thankfully they've done a lot of tweaks to it. In my opinion, it's definitely comparable, especially when it's coming from a space of somebody that's not really, I don't know much about like machinima and all of the different like attributes that you can use when it comes to, okay, what am I walking over? Because I don't want to walk over nothing. All the different attributes when it comes to like lighting and shading and things like that. Like if you're like very much so like a beginner and you're a novice of sorts when it comes to stuff like that, I do like the fact that with the Firestorm viewer, they have like set lighting options, and Black Dragon does as well, but I think how to get to them are a little bit different. But no, they're not. I think you can get to them about the same way as you can with Firestorm. And so I do like the options that they give you when it comes to that, because when I tell you the crispness for me now, the crispness for me with the Firestorm viewer, I feel like it pales in comparison to how it was before. I feel like the advances in the last big update were tremendous, and I feel like it really has put the Firestorm viewer in a different space than it was before. I do feel like it makes it more of like a option as opposed to like a lot of other viewers, and so I really do appreciate that. It was rough because a lot of people are having issues with it. Hopefully that's not the case anymore, but I do like the advances that they made. I feel like it really has made them a competitor when it comes to the Black Dragon viewer, and I liked it. I liked that for Firestorm. I love that for me, because Black Dragon was a place where everybody went to take their pictures, but now a lot of people are choosing to stay within the Firestorm viewer and take their pictures. Now I will say this, when it comes to the Black Dragon viewer, it does have a different feel, specifically when it comes to just the closeness that you are to the camera, or the closeness that the camera is to you. I feel like it's very different than the Firestorm viewer. Now, although you can make adjustments, it's not going to be exact. Trust, I tried. Well, I couldn't do it because I definitely have tried to make it comparable to the Black Dragon viewer. You get close. It's like Black Dragon-esque, but it's not going to be exact. The other thing that I do like about Black Dragon is that the camera smoothing is automatic. So in the Firestorm viewer, you do have to set your camera movements, and if you adjust your position or anything like that with the camera movements, everything goes back to default, which is like moving very static. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I really want the camera smoothing to be something that is automatic, because why not? I don't know who would have an issue with like some light camera smoothing. I don't know. I'm assuming it's somebody, because maybe that's why they don't have it. Maybe they like to be able to keep it as an option. I say make camera smoothing automatic and keep static as an option. You know what I'm saying? Is there somebody up here? It is. Hold up. Y'all know, you know what? I am a thoughtful tourist. We are very thoughtful tourists. I know that people come to these lands to take pictures. You know what? For a long time, I didn't think they did. I thought people was up in here buying backdrops and stuff. Oh, look at them. We're going to people watch them first, and then we're going to look around. But I'm noticing that a lot of people do come to the lands to take pictures and use the land as a backdrop. Ooh, I know that's right. That's going to be cute. Look at that. Oh, take that picture, girlfriend. I know that's right. So this, see what I'm saying? This has a very nice romantic vibe to it. I really, really like it. And you know, Second Life is good for a nice romantic spot. I think all the spots are really kind of geared to have more of like a romantic type feel to them. Even when there are lands that are more, I'm trying to look at these violins, but you know, the whole little thing is in the way. What is this called? I forgot what it's called. Why are words escaping me today? Column, that's the word. I love the decorations on here. Very, very nice. But I just feel like Second Life as a whole is a romantic spot. You know, they will try to, even when you come to places that are like spooky, they'll still have a nice romantic aspect to it somehow, in some way. So I love these meadows. Look at this walking path. It's so beautiful. I love all the different colors. Oh, are these little rams? Is this a ram and a sheep? Look how cute. They're flowery. Oh, I like this. How cute is this? You know what I'm noticing? Every time I see something on some of these lands and I'm like, oh, I like that, they'll put it for a weekend and say, I ain't trying to say that they be hearing us. But what I am trying to say is I don't believe in coincidences. That's what I'm trying to say. Because it was something that I saw at the Nest Sunbird, in the Nest Sunbird video. And I was like, oh, I really like that when I was at the flower shop. And then, y'all, why is it for the weekend sale? Where I get it now? You know what I'm saying? So the vibes are changing a little bit. The vibes are changing. When I'm looking ahead, it's giving kind of spooky, but it just could be that we're going deeper into that lighting. I don't even know. But we about to see for sure. Look how pretty this is. I love how they have this area and then they just have one solitary bird, but it's a big ass bird. So it's like, that's all you need. That's all you really, really need. I like how they use this bridge as a nice transition so that it doesn't feel like everything is flat. And so I really, really like when people do that as a way to just make the land feel like it's elevations to it, even though in essence the whole land is flat. That's very, very smart, and it's a quick way to not have to go through the terraforming process of building up. You can put a nice little bridge. Okay, I'm like, do this open. You can put a nice little bridge, and it'll feel like you're on a different elevation just because the bridge, you have to walk over the bridge. I love this. Y'all, this path is from Apple Fall, and when I tell you, I don't know about y'all, but this path be taking me through it. It be taking me through it. I have it, and I just be like, you know what? Nope. It's beautiful when you put it together, but when I tell you, it threw me for a doozy. I don't know if people just be like, man, forget the little, because they have like a snapping process that they go through where they'll put themselves in place. Y'all be taking me through it. People probably just be laying them down and don't even be worried about that. And I think that's the best thing to be doing. Look how cute this is. So this is like a little flowery garden type vibe. I think this is really, really nice. Very, very beautiful. It's so pretty here. You know what? Are we surprised? No. When I panned out and I couldn't see anything, I said, you know what? It's probably very delightful here. Now, first of all, when I came to the land, it was already super beautiful. So I just was not surprised at all. Look how pretty this is. I was not surprised at all that the land was gonna, oh, look how pretty pretty this is. Okay, we gonna look and see what's over here. I feel like I saw somebody over here. Is there somebody over here? I don't know, y'all. We don't want to be in nobody's way. Oh yeah, so she's over here. I don't know if she's taking a picture or whatever, but we're gonna stop right here, because ain't no way in the world she's paying our way over here trying to take a picture of herself. That just ain't what's happening. When I came to the land, it was very beautiful, and you know what, I tried not to, but I'm gonna tell you, I just personally feel like if you create a land and you decorate a land and then where people res is not beautiful, I feel like that is the first impression, and I thoroughly believe that is how the land is going to follow through. And in my experience, that has been the case. That definitely has been the case, where if I come to a land and the land is not okay, we about to people watch her for real, okay, because sis is beautiful. You know what, and I ain't trying to be petty, but when I first saw her, she okay with the, you know what, that's what I want. I do want a grill. I don't know where to get them from. Watch, I'm gonna figure it out. Oh, she's pretty. When I saw, the first thing I thought about was on Easy A, when she was talking about the girl. She was like, what do they call me? What do they call me? She was like, Big Tits McGee. She's like, I'm Big Tits McGee. She's like, yeah, you're excited about that. She's like, yeah. Okay, ma'am. Beautiful. She got her little paddle on, so she's in a sorority. I love the colors. I love all the bright colors, and then she has that beautiful chocolate. We love some chocolate. Know that. So yeah, in my opinion, when I have gone to lands and the lands was not looking like they were supposed to be looking, when I walk through the lands, that thing carried through. So for me, you only got one. It's a lot of different ways to go. Hold up, what we gonna do? We're gonna go this way first. So for me, when I come to a land and it is just not looking the way that I feel like it should be looking for us to go and view, I love this. Look at these posts. I don't even bother. And like I said before, it's probably a lot of lands that we miss out on looking at. But you know what? Look, this is my method, and I just feel like if I come across 5 lands that when I landed down, the entry wasn't giving what it needed to give, and then I walked through the land and it wasn't giving what it needed to give. If that happened to me 5 times, I'm just gonna assume that that's how it is. Everybody's not gonna have that aesthetic type feature that you're necessarily looking for, because, oh, my bad, everybody taking pictures, I love this, because everybody has a different view of what they want the space to look like for them. And so for me, I love these little houses. It has a specific name. I don't know what it is. If y'all know in the comments, please let me know. And also, if y'all made it this far, go ahead and subscribe, because you know what, we do a lot of this, a whole lot of this. Go ahead, like it, subscribe, and share, do all of that, because this is our jam. This is what we do over here on this side. You know, real cute, real calm, grab a glass of wine and let's check out and see what they doing over here. That's what it is. Very calm, cool vibes over here. Okay, you know, sometimes if I'm going through something, I'm gonna talk to y'all about it, but I don't do too much of that, because I really be soft girl living over here. You know, why is it okay? Okay, I thought it was stuck. Yeah, I thought it was stuck. So I like that when I'm looking for a certain type of aesthetic, I always tend to find it, because it's not difficult to find in Second Life. But when you come across a lot of different lands, when I've come across a lot of different lands where I'm just like, yeah, no, this is another type of aesthetic that I like, I feel like that just lets me know that it's, you know, you automatically know that everybody they like a different type of aesthetic for different types of reasons. And so I'm not saying that those lands are not nice. I'm just saying that they're not the type of aesthetic that I like for us to go look around, that we like to look around. Because when we be looking around stuff, y'all be in the comments like, oh, it's so beautiful here, so gorgeous, I'm gonna have to check this place out, which lets me know y'all like the aesthetic too, you know. So we be vibing with the aesthetic. We like the same type of aesthetic. And so I don't never want to say like, oh, the land is not nice. It's not. for us, you know what I'm saying? And if it ain't for us, we ain't even finna look at it. We gonna let the other people who it's for enjoy it. I love this little space. It's so cute and quaint. I feel like this is like always nice when you're going with like a cottage core type theme. I really do think that this is very, very nice. Love a good bust. Love a good bust. This is super cute. I love this. And they have the little lemon tree. You know we about to people watch. You know we about to people watch. Okay, ma'am. That picture gonna be cute. Okay. You know what? I bought a bunch of poses and I do need to take some pictures because I bought a bunch of damn poses. Then I was wondering where people were getting their poses from, and then I figured out where a lot of people get their poses from, and I'm super excited to try the poses out, because y'all, I be following a lot of people on, I love the details on this sewing machine. I'll be following a lot of people on Instagram, and when I tell you the Second Life pictures on Instagram, baby, they be eating them up. Is there something else in here that I wanted to look at? They be eating the pictures up on Instagram. I said, well, goddamn, I want to take the pictures too. So I'm definitely trying to buckle down and start to, you know, expand what I'm doing on social media. Can I get to that? I want to walk through that thing. No, I want to walk through that arch because it was real cute. It was real cute. You know, we love a good cute vibe. Love it to pieces. I'm really trying to expand. Okay, sir, you're in the way. You're very much so in the way. Look how pretty this is. Oh, I love this. Absolutely love this. I'm talking all this smack, and we definitely about to go back and people watch him because you're here. You're here, and I'm here, and we're here. Wait, let me make sure ain't nobody in here when I'm talking about somebody being somewhere. You got to be faster than that, I suppose, baby, because he left. I was sure about to people watch. I saw him when I first landed, so he might pop up again. I don't know. Maybe not. You know, we missed out on that. Gotta be quicker than that. Look how cute this is. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't be seeing a lot of black male avatars, and so I really like checking them out because they, when I tell you, above and beyond with the outfits, above and beyond they go with the outfits, and I definitely be appreciating that for sure, because we love a good fashion. We love fashion in Second Life. That's one of the biggest things that people do in Second Life, in my opinion. People gonna get dressed up. If they ain't doing nothing else, people gonna get dressed up. This is a cute, like, little cafe. How adorbs is this? Super cute, super quaint. I love how they have like all the flowers. It's giving like tea party. Girls, let's get together, have a cute little tea party. Let's put our little dresses on, looking real cute, real dainty. I love when they have similar things on each table, but the designs are different. So it's like each table has flowers, each table has something on it, but then like this table has flowers and a different type of tea with macaroons, and then this table has flowers with a different type of tea in a different type of teapot. So it's like they have a lot of things that are the same, but then a lot of things that are different as well. I like that they have very, very simplistic artwork on the walls because you don't need much. You don't need much in a place like this. I like that people know when to go all out and when to not go all out. Sometimes the build is fancy enough where it doesn't take much for you don't have to add much to it in order to make it look even better. And so this definitely is one of those spaces and one of those places where it's just like the build is speaking for itself. So the little accents that you get to add, you don't need much in order to make it just even better, just to take it to that next notch. And I do like that because that's less prep you gotta use because the building is doing a lot of the work, and we love that. We love that. So this is like a cute, very, very simple bakery, but we love a bakery nonetheless. Nonetheless, we love it. Yeah, so I'm trying to get into like Pinterest and stuff like that, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I made an account and I'm nervous to post. I don't even know why. But I'm nervous to post. I'm gonna start posting. You know what? I'ma do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I feel like when I do that, I always kind of get caught up in my head and I end up not posting it. I have a lot of pictures. I just know that when I'm doing stuff, I want it to be done with a lot of purpose, on purpose, with purpose. And so I'm just like, if I can't do it like that, then I'm just gonna wait to do it. And sometimes you just gotta do it. All the time you just gotta do it. You'll figure it out after the fact, but sometimes you just have to do it. And that's the position that I'm in right now. That's what I did with this when I started posting Second Life content. I was like, you know what, you just got to do it. People are either going to like it or they're not going to like it, but you like it. It's something that you enjoy doing. So you have to do what you enjoy doing. And then other people are going to come and there is going to be people that enjoy that too. And so I built a whole thought process behind that, and I came and I shared what I like with y'all, and y'all like, oh, we like that too. And so now we get to tour around these places together and we get to experience these places together. And I really, really love that. I love being able to share these spaces and places with y'all and us to be able to interact in the comments and really just like talk about this. And I just really, really love it. This is a place for everybody, whether you are somebody that's in Second Life or not. This is the really chill side of YouTube. Okay, with them cheeks full. This is get your glass of wine, unwind, and come and look at some pretty stuff with us, because we love a good tour. We love a good tour. Now, I'm not going to say that I won't do like different things on this channel as far as like weekend sales and stuff like that, but yeah, I'll be bopping around. I'll be bopping and popping around. And the weekend sales they be taking a sister out. They be taking a sister out. Sometimes I'll just go to like a couple stores, and then sometimes I'll go to more than one store. But for the most part, I keep it real cute, real simple when it comes to the weekend sales. I feel like it's so many different creators that make videos on YouTube, and they are at weekend sales and things like that. Well, I just kind of feel like sometimes it is gonna be people that's gonna do it better than you, and it's okay to share y'all with them.